Shoot. What is command of message framework and how you can hack it and use it to understand and pitch your product service to your audience effectively. Now, you may be a sales entrepreneur or an engineer, a manager trying to present a business case to make your audience and your life easier. First up, value driver. Now, value driver is something that your audience is thinking, maybe a pain point or a goal they are thinking with or without your solution. For example, retenable, maybe understand and prioritize risks. Second up, the before scenario. Before scenario is the cause part of the effect. It's what the customer is experiencing negatively. For example, their environment is changing. They may have on-prem in one data center. They may have also moving into cloud, and they may also driving some DevOps. So the assets are everywhere. And the negative consequence will be they don't have the visibility of all the environment. They don't know where to prioritize. And for the engineer themselves, they may always be lagging, may always be reactive to the audit, always things to fix. And then they may not getting their personal bonus as a result. They're not meeting their KPI, or for the CISO's security manager, they are not communicating in a confident way to the management, the business leaders, the board, where our risks is and how we can prioritize. So you want to pitch the after scenario is that you know fully, you know exactly what's in your environment, and it's constantly an automated process. So you reduce your manual work, and then you know where you prioritize. So it comes to the positive outcome will be turn the table around. When the audit comes, you already know, you already have done the work proactively. So you are meeting your KPI, you're getting a bonus and progression in your career. And then for the CISOs, very important is trust. You communicate in a way where you deserve the trust from the business leaders. These are the things we need to do. These are the biggest holes in our environment. And this is the most cost-effective way which we should do to prioritize that. Now, the required capabilities, very, very simple, right? For you to go from A to B, these are the things you need to have to achieve the positive business outcomes. For example, if you have data center, you have on-prem, you have cloud native, maybe in AWS, you need something to be able to continuously discover your AWS instances and then prioritize. And then you may have, for example, a ticketing system like a ServiceNow or Jira already in place. You want something that comes in to integrate with your ecosystem and maximize the automation, the workflow, your existing investment. And then metrics. Metrics are the things that when you mark a business case, you need to measure if this is successful. For example, how many assets this solution can discover. We have cloud environment, but we also have on-prem, maybe firewall, networking devices, switches, Wi-Fi access point, printers. Can your solution discover these? For example, if you are an endpoint solution that comes with vulnerability management function, which is good. However, you can only cover endpoints. You couldn't cover all these network devices. It will become a blind spot to us. Then in the metric, it will be a no. How many assets in our environment, but how many you can cover with your solution? Another thing will be, when you pitch to the CFO, the financial officers, they want to see how much value, what kind of ROI the solution can deliver for us. So you need to present to them, okay, this is saving so much time for us. We were spending maybe one personnel to do all the discovery, manual discovery. Now with the tool, for $1 you spend, you get $10 back. You are spending $100 for the solution, but you may get $500 value back. So they will be part of the metric you want to show. And then, ecosystem, how we can make our existing investment in ServiceNow, Jira, maybe 1.5 times, 2 times, etc. Now, once you understand all the requirements, all the before and after, you can work the audience to your solution. You can discover, okay, this is how we do it. So basically how you, for Tenable, right? Understand and prioritize risks. This is how we discover. This is how we maybe using a number of sensors to discover all your assets. And this is how we prioritize. But not so mapping to the basic required capabilities, but not just how we do it, it's also how we do it better. This is where you come in with authority and leading customer with some, as a trusted advisor. So not just prioritize, you want to be able to, not just based on CV SS score, you want to be able to see, all right, what's the threat intel out there? Say, what's the discussion in dark web, in social media? Are you monitoring this? And whether the exploit code is ready? Because for 18,000 vulnerabilities out there. All right, a little incident. So the threat intel. So not only, so it was 18,000 vulnerabilities, but there were only 10% of them have exploit codes. So it's very important to leverage the threat intel to see whether the exploit code is ready. And then not just the threat, but also asset criticality. How important is the asset to the business? So there's a number of things. We'll look at, external facing, what kind of system they are running, whether it's, e-commerce, supporting your finance, HR functions, etc. So this is how we do it better. For some people, they may have, OT requirements. Then obviously Tenable will be able to cover not just IT and OT. It's also a plus for them. Lastly, very quick, the proof points. So not just we say it, but also Miss Customers. This is what Gartner says. This is what Forrester says. A CISO told me that it's very important for them to have a solution in the top right corner, making them feel very confident and safe when presenting the solution. So, for example, according to Gartner, Tenable is the #1 rated solution in the Gartner peer review. And then for Forrester report, we were the leader in that quadrant for the vulnerability management evaluation in 2019 Q4. And not just the third party, but also the existing customers. For example, I'm talking to some people in medical industry. And then I would say, all right, such and such hospital, which is your customer, is currently using Tenable. This is how we align to the solution. And then, you may talk to customer A or customer B as a referral reference to see how the solution is working for them. Now, quickly recap. Command of message, you may be in sales, you hear someone mention it, maybe in the interview process, people say, but it's something very simple. It's just walking someone from A to B. And for you to do that, you need to clearly understand what's the value driver, what drives them to make some decision, what's the pain, what's the before and after they want to get to. And then you can map your required capabilities and metrics to show them how we do it. And not just the basic, but this is how we do it better. And not just we say, these are the proof points for you to consider. So you are not making a risky decision. There you have it, a snapshot of the command of the message framework. Leave a comment and let me know what you think.